Hey, you all, it is, yeah, it's 100 degrees. It's 5:41, my son's almost out. So I figured I would come on really quick. Move my purse out of the way. I had a day today. I have been so emotional lately, it's not even funny. You would think I just gave birth or something. You all, I really just don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. I feel like, look at this really quick. It's distracting me. I'm always distracted. Look at them. Look at these two. Hello. Happy Monday. Anyhow. I just feel like really rejected. And I'm being honest here. I feel really rejected by my husband's daughter. I just feel like her and her husband are more comfortable with his mom and her mother around and not me. Yesterday, it was just really strange being there. Not even the 2-year-old wanted to come with me. He looked at me and he was like, no. And I'm like, what? What do you mean no? I bought you a pizza. Like, come on, let's have some pizza. No. And I understand he was sick, so I'm not blaming him. I'm not blaming the 2-year-old at all. Yesterday I was venting that I wanted Dad to take him to the not the hospital, the urgent care. Can you all believe that till right now, it's 5:42 right now, I still don't know if they ever took him to the urgent care or not, or to the doctor, his regular doctor. I don't know. My husband texted her, his daughter, this morning and said, do you need Moon to go over there to help out? And all she said is, we're okay. And I said, well, did she say if they went to the doctor or not? No, that's all she said. We're okay. And I said, okay, message received, loud and clear. You know, they don't need me, so that's fine. And I told him, you know what? I'm not gonna go unless you're here and we go together, and if they even want us over. Because sometimes she doesn't even answer him. It's not just me. Sometimes she doesn't answer him. But this is what pisses me off, you all, is that she has time to answer her mother, her mother-in-law, and her friends. But she don't have time to answer me or her dad. However, when they need something or they want something, we get it for them. My husband, yesterday, he was already telling me, I want you to find me a window unit that's an air conditioner and a heater for the baby, for the 2-year-old, for his room. Because his room doesn't have a window unit and it is hot in there. And winter's approaching, and we want to get him something, you know, for now, for the summer, and also for the winter that's approaching, so he can have a little bit of heat in there, you know, so he won't be cold in case he wants to start sleeping in his room already. You know, we're just trying to help out any way we can. And I was looking at some of those window units, and they are like $500 and up. And it's not about the money, you all. It is about, okay, so we get this for him so that we need to make an appointment to go over and visit. So I can't just text her and she's not going to answer me when I would like to go by and visit both kids. I didn't have the privilege of being around the 2-year-old at all when he was like a baby to the age of 2. I was like, when he was growing up. He's not grown up yet. But, you know, I didn't have that privilege of being around him that often because they lived in an apartment with the mother-in-law. She got to be there for everything. We only got to visit in that apartment one time. One time. And I said to my husband, with the infant baby, I don't want to be a stranger. I want to be around the infant. That's why I made the effort to go see her at the hospital. And that's where she had me on a wild goose chase. But you know what? That's a different story. Like, I'm not going to take it to heart, you know, whatever. But yeah, I don't want to keep investing all this money to continue to be treated like this. Now, the mother-in-law or the mother, I have no beef with at all. I do not dislike them. I'm okay with them. They're okay with me. The mother-in-law and I had some conversations yesterday. We both agreed on a lot of stuff. Then we laughed and everything. And she is the one who told me to go by today and check on her daughter-in-law, on my stepdaughter. And I just looked at her and I was just like, okay. But at the same time, I was like, are you kidding me? The entire time, she didn't even want me to take her to the hospital. Why am I going to come back tomorrow after all this? And your son kept giving me these weird, uncomfortable stares the entire time. I'm like, I am not going to do this. Like, I don't think so. I'll just text her, you know? And I did tell his daughter, before I left, I said, Jay, because her name starts with a J. Jay, I'm leaving. If you need anything, and I mean anything at all, at any hour, do not hesitate to call me. I will come. I will get it. Whatever it is, do not hesitate. And she's like, okay, thank you. And I left. Well, I text her around 3 o'clock. And she has not texted me back. All I asked was just checking in on you all. Were you able to go to the doctor? Did you take the babies to the doctor too? Just want to make sure everybody's okay. I'm just really concerned. She hasn't answered. And so I thought, okay, well maybe she's taking a long nap. You know, and I'm like, that's a good thing. They're getting all their rest. They're getting, you know, that's what they needed. They needed sleep so they can get healthy. However, once again, had it been her mom, her mother-in-law, or her friends, she probably would have answered by now. But I'm like, that's okay. Okay. You all, the reason I also do this is because when I had both of my children, I had no help. And both times I was still living with my mom, but my mom wasn't there like, oh, here, Moon, let me take over so you can rest, go shower, go eat, go to the bathroom, have a bowel movement in peace, you know, like, don't worry. No. My mom was like, I'm going to work. Don't call me. Good luck. And would leave. She did this both times with a natural birth one and with a C-section. And mind you, when I had the C-section, I had 25 staples. And it was very painful. My baby didn't weigh anything though. He was only 6 pounds. The second one, my miracle baby. But I just remember the struggle was so bad. I mean, I struggled to go to the bathroom. I struggled to make a soup. I struggled walking sometimes. And yet I still had to feed my baby, change my baby, carry my baby because he would cry if I were to lay him down sometimes, because he wanted that comfort, you know? And I'm not kidding you all. Sometimes I didn't even have time to wash my face and brush my teeth in the morning. I would get up, the baby was up, I was up with them. Now, it was worse with the older one. With the older one, that one, I wouldn't be able to wash my face and brush my teeth till noon. I didn't get to eat anything until like 4 o'clock. And then I would shower at night when my mom would finally get home. And she was able to watch him for me so that I can shower. It wasn't that bad with the second one, though. With the second baby, I did have to carry him around a lot. I did have to struggle. There were times that I would crawl on the floor because my mom would keep all the canned food on the bottom, on the very bottom, and I couldn't get up, and I had to crawl till I got to a chair and finally try to get myself up, finally get to the stove and heat up the can of soup. And if you all think I'm lying, that's fine. I have God as my witness that I went through all this. And the baby, we had him on a schedule. We would, bathe him. He would go to bed. He would go to bed at 8 o'clock and sleep all the way till 6. Once in a great while, he would wake up at 3 for a bottle and a changing. But then he would just go back to sleep on his own. Babies are so different, aren't they? And, but I struggled, and I was, even back then, was like, I would never want anybody to struggle like this. Ever. Ever. And so, that's why I'm like, when I saw her in so much pain at the hospital, I was like, I want to help you. I'm here to help. Let me know what you need. What do you want? I'll get it. I'll do it, But when somebody says we're okay, that's kind of like, no, we don't need you. And that's what made me really sad earlier. And I bursted out into tears. And you would think I would be used to it by now. I've had so many people tell me that already, that they don't need me, And you would think, why am I taking this so hard? Maybe it's the acceptance. That's what it is. I'm looking for acceptance. And I'm not able to find it. And I know God is the one that accepts me just the way that I am, and He knows my heart, and I know that already. And that should be enough, Like, I shouldn't even be worried about this. Like, that should be enough. And I just went to church yesterday, and Pastor gave an amazing message, and I forgot to share it on my community post. I'll do that sometime today, though. I'll share it. But I guess I'm just really trying to be a part of a family other than mine. I would like to extend my family by allowing his family in, and it's just not being received. It's like somebody trying to give you a gift and you're like, no, thank you. But it's a really nice gift, I spent a lot of money on it, like, I got it for you. And they're just like, no, thank you. It's one thing to be rejected by somebody in your past, and it's another thing to be rejected by somebody in your present. That hits a lot harder. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just talk to my husband and see if we can adopt a baby. You know? Because I think that's what's missing in my life is caring for an infant. I think that's what's been missing. I think that's the void. It's the fact that, you know, like, I need somebody to care for. Yes, I have my children. I have my cat. But I'm still missing more. Or I still want more. And if there's an infant that needs a home, you know, that needs a loving mom and dad, then why not? I think that's something that I'm really going to pray really hard on and talk to my husband about. I don't know, like, I'm not perfect, but I feel like I have so much to give. And whatever it is that I have to give, nobody wants it. Anyhow, I'm gonna go already, guys. I think my son's getting ready to come out soon. So I just ask if y'all can pray for me. I know I'm always asking for prayer, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to be strong. I've tried to be strong. I tried to give advice. And it seems like the more godly advice that I give, the harder the enemy attacks me emotionally. And that's expected. I already expected that. But, you know, this time today, it just really hit me really hard. It really did. So, I love you all. Loves and hugs and prayers. Thank you for listening. Bye.